So if we start the configuration wizard, this will help set up the controller. We have a 4-axis ACR74T connected, so we have axes 0, 1, 2, 3. By default, these are named X, Y, Z, A. We can name these anything that we want. These are the alias, which will be recognized within the program that we'll be programming later. The alias can be up to 4 letters, no numbers or no spaces. They need to be unique to each axis, so I can't name both of them Y. It will give you a message in the message window that they need to be unique, but you want to keep these short. We'll be using these quite a bit when we do a drive on X or gear on or cam on, which axis that we're defining. So we want to keep these short anyway. In terms of the command output, these are already set up for an internal stepper drive, which is what the ACR74T is set up as. You can turn them off if you're not using a particular axis in this project. I have motors connected to all 4 axes, so I'll be using all 4 of them. These will change depending on the controller type. So if you have a ACR74V, that'll say internal servo. If you have a ACR74C, which is the controller, it'll give you the option for an external stepper, which is a step and direction output, or it will be an external servo, which gives you an analog output signal to control each axis. The master is the trajectory calculator. By default, all 4 axes would be attached to master 0, which would be attached to program 0. So this gives you the ability to do interpolated motion or coordinated motion between all 4 axes. So if you had pick and place that was picking up a part, and then all 4 axes could help coordinate that motion if they're all connected to the same master. Now, if you have 2 parts of the machine and you had an XY on one part and an XY on another part, and you wanted them to run completely independently, you can do that, and you can set those up on a separate master, and then those would be programmed in program 1, which is what is attached to master 1. Program 0 for its motion is connected to master 0. So master is just a fancy word for an interpolated calculator.